Okay, everybody, we're going to do another Jeopardy game for Alex Trebek's Memorial Tribute. And this time around is the Xbox 360 version. So let's see how we do, shall we?
This is Jeopardy! Please welcome our contestants. Player 1. Player 2. Player 3. And now, here is the host of Jeopardy, Alex Trebek.
Thank you, Johnny Gilbert, and thank you, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome. Let's take you right now into the Jeopardy round. Clues are worth $200 to $1,000 in these categories. The New Testament. What's the word? You're in denial. The movies. Salmon. And 21st century history. Player 1, make a selection, please, as we continue. Jack Palance's character is described as a saddlebag with eyes in this 1991 comedy.
What is City Slickers?
Yes, Player 1? That is correct. So, in the film Music and Lyrics, Hugh Grant plays the Jeopardy theme music written by this creator of Jeopardy.
Who is Merv Griffin?
It's Player 1.
And I'm doing a 100th birthday memorial tribute.
Yep. Player Irene Bedard, the speaking voice of this heroine in an animated Disney film, played her mother in The New World.
Who is Pocahontas?
Player 1?
And I got a birthday greeting from her on Cameo last
Right you are.
Yeah! Woo!
The 2003 film Pieces of April starred this actress, who had yet to meet and marry Tom Cruise.
Who is Katie Holmes?
It's Player 1.
Yeah!
Jane Russell and Marilyn Monroe sang about being two little girls from Little Rock in this 1953 movie musical. Let's hear it, Player 1.
What is Gentlemen Prefer Blonde, or what is Gentlemen Prefer Blondes?
Yeah!
That's correct. Player 1, choose again. Jesus grew up in this town in the southern part of Galilee.
What is Nazareth?
Yes, Player 1? Yes. Player 1? In Luke, this angel told Zacharias that his wife Elizabeth would bear a son, and thou shalt call him John. Player 1?
Who is Gabriel?
Yes. Player
The
1?
book of John records him as saying, "Except I shall see in his hands the print of the nails, I will not believe."
Who is Thomas?
Yes, Player 1?
Hey, you're right.
Player
Jesus
1?
was referring to this fisherman when he said, "Upon this rock I will build my church."
It's Player 1.
Who is Peter?
Right. Player
On the
1.
road to Damascus, this future epistle writer was asked by Jesus, "Why persecutest thou me?"
Player 1?
Who is Paul?
That's right. Way to go. You get to pick again, player one. Fish ladders help salmon travel upstream over these man-made obstructions. It's player one.
What are dams?
You are correct. Player
Salmon
one.
are members of the same family as the speckled or brook variety of this fish.
Player one.
What are trout?
Yes. So, World Book says this country leads the world in salmon fishing with more than 450,000 tons caught each year. It's player one.
What is the United States?
That is correct. We return. Weighing up to 100 pounds, this large type of salmon shares its name with a warm, dry wind. It's player one.
What is Chino?
Right.
Yeah! Woo!
Player
When
one.
it gets its silvery scales and migrates to the sea for the first time, a young salmon is called this.
Player one.
What is smolt?
Yes. Player one. Back to you.
In 2001, she became the first lady to win elective office, becoming a senator from New York.
Player one.
Who is Hillary Clinton?
Correct. Player
This
one.
2005 hurricane was the costliest natural disaster in U.S. history.
What is Hurricane Katrina?
Let's hear it, player one.
I remember it like it was yesterday.
Right. So,
Benedict XVI succeeded this pope as head of the Roman Catholic Church in 2005.
yes, player one.
You are correct.
Player
This
one.
cabinet-level department, established in 2002, includes FEMA, the Coast Guard, and Customs.
Let's hear it, player one.
What is interior?
No.
Anyone else? We're talking about Homeland Security.
Okay.
Please. In 2004, 7 countries that were once Soviet allies were admitted as new members of this military alliance.
Okay, player one.
What is NORAD?
That's not it. Anyone else? We're talking about NATO.
NATO. I wanted to go with
You get to pick again, player one.
On a snail, an omatophore is a stalk with this at the end.
What's an eye?
Okay, player one.
Good.
Yeah! Woo!
Player
If
one.
you set some Chinese punk on fire, it's because Chinese punk is this, from the Latin for set on fire.
Okay, player one.
What is incense?
Yes. You get
A shako is a stiff, cylindrical one of these worn by soldiers.
yes, player one.
What is an insignia?
No. Anyone else want to hazard a guess on this? Here's what we were looking for.
A hat.
Player one.
It's the medium on which you're traveling if you're in a hoy.
Let's hear it, player one.
What is water?
Yep. Player
If
one.
you've got quinsy, also known as tonsillitis, you've got swelling in this part of your body.
What's the throat?
It's player one.
That's correct. We return to this colorful branch of the Nile River begins at Lake Tana in Ethiopia. It's player one.
What is the Blue Nile?
That's correct. In 1902, construction was completed on the first dam on the Nile at this southern Egyptian city.
What is Aswan?
Let's hear it, player one. Yes. It's the Daily Double. You are in the lead, right? Here is your clue. A center of Egypt's rice trade, this Nile Delta city lends its name to an important translating stone.
What is Rosetta?
You have maintained your lead. Way to go. This ancient Greek historian called Egypt the gift of the Nile. Yes, player one?
Who is Herodotus?
Right. Here's the $1,000 clue for you. Here's Kelly from our Clue Crew with the clue.
An ancient boat, nearly 150 feet long, was found in 1954 by archaeologists investigating the Great Pyramid on this Egyptian plateau.
Yes, player one?
What is Giza?
Yes. Player two is going first in Double Jeopardy when we come back following this. Categories for the Double Jeopardy round are the 1930s, accentuate it, cats and dogs, B is for Bard, famous Canadians, and NBA nicknames. Player two, you're in command of the board as we continue, right? Gassy surname of Sir Toby in Twelfth Night.
What is Belch?
It's player one. Good. Player one. This ghostly guy is described by the witches as lesser than Macbeth and greater. It's player one.
Who is Banquo?
Yeah!
His downfall was at Philippi. Player one.
Who is Balthazar?
Sorry, that's wrong. Anyone else care to try to come up with a correct response? Here's the response we were looking for. Brutus.
Okay.
Player one. Answer. The first of the Daily Doubles. And you have the lead. Please enter your wager. And the clue. At the end of Much Ado About Nothing, Benedict quiets this love of his with a kiss.
Who is Blanche?
You are still in first place, though. Here's the correct response. Beatrice.
Oh, okay.
Select. In The Taming of the Shrew, she's courted by three men.
Bianca.
Let's hear it, player one. Right. Player one, back to... In this language of the British Isles, you'll see accent marks on the letter W. Yes, player one?
What is Welsh?
Right you are. Player one. Spanish words with the stress on the last syllable have accent marks only if they end in N, S, or one of these. It's player one. Yep. So you may ask why this language has an accent mark in its word for why. Perché? Let's hear it, player one.
What is Italian?
Good. Here's Sarah to start us off.
In poetry, it's a foot, or metrical unit consisting of an unstressed followed by a stressed syllable.
Okay, player one.
What is an
Right.
Player Some Shakespeare editions use accents to clarify meter, as in this man's, "The time is out of joint, O cursed spite." Let's hear it, Player One.
Who is Hamlet?
Yes.
Yeah! Woo!
You get to pick again, Player One. Siamese kittens develop their full adult color within a few months, but are born mostly this color. It's Player One. That's correct. The Bombay cat, a cross between a Burmese and a black American shorthair, originated in this largest Kentucky city.
What is Louisville?
Player One. That's right. Way to go. So, in England, this cat breed was once known as a foreign blue.
What is a Russian blue?
Yes, Player One. That's correct.
Yeah! Woo!
Player One. This dog that derives its name from a place on the eastern shore of the Adriatic is also called a coach dog.
What is a Dalmatian?
Let's hear it, Player One. That's correct. You.
Yeah!
The second daily double. You are currently in the lead. How much are you going to wager, Player One? Here is your clue. Corgis come in two breeds, Cardigan Welsh Corgi and this one.
What is a Norwich?
Even so, you are still in the lead. The correct response is Pembroke.
Oh, Pembroke.
We return to you, Player One. In 1917 and 1918, Ontario's Billy Bishop claimed 72 aerial victories as an ace in this war.
What is World War I?
Player One? Good for you. Toronto-born journalist Morley Safer began co-hosting this TV news magazine way back in 1970.
What is 60 Minutes?
Okay, Player One.
Yeah!
Player
All
One.
right, here with the clue is Jimmy.
This mariner's 16th century explorations of the Gulf of St. Lawrence laid the basis for French claims to Canada.
Who is Jacques Cartier?
It's Player One. That is correct. Player Co-discoverer of this pancreatic hormone, Ontario's Frederick Banting won a 1923 Nobel Prize.
What is insulin?
Player One? Yes.
Yeah! Woo!
This Nova Scotia man founded a famous line of ships in 1838. Player One? That's correct. Player One. MJ.
Who is Michael Jordan?
Player One? Right. Player Pistol One. Pete.
Pistol Pete?
It's Player One.
Who is Pete Maravich?
Yeah!
Sir Charles.
Who is Charles Barkley?
It's Player One. Yes. So, Mr. Clutch. Player One?
Who, Mr. Clutch? Who is Jerry West?
Yes.
Yeah! Woo!
Player Hondo. One? Let's hear it, Player One.
Who is, John Havlicek?
You got it. We return. W.H. Auden wrote of this Civil War-torn country, "History to the defeated may say, alas, but cannot help nor pardon." Okay, Player One.
What is Spain?
That is correct. As the Depression hit Europe, this figure in Belgium went from 5.4% in 1930 to 23.5% in 1932.
What is unemployment?
Okay, Player One. That's right. Way to go. Melvin Purvis gained fame, more than Hoover liked, as head of the FBI's office in this city.
What is Washington, D.C.?
Okay, player one.
No, that's not. Okay. And the FBI's office in this city. What is New York?
Ooh, sorry. That's incorrect. Anyone else? It's player three.
Chicago?
You got it. Player three, you start. In August of 1939, Germany signed a non-aggression pact with this nation. Let's hear it, player one.
What is Poland?
No, that's not right. Anyone else want to hazard a guess on this? Here's what we were looking for: the Soviet Union. Now let's take a look at that $2,000 clue, shall we? In 1932, he said Huey Long and Douglas MacArthur were the two most dangerous men in the country.
Who is Herbert Hoover?
It's player one.
No, Franklin Delano Roosevelt.
Yep. Only two of you will be going on to Final Jeopardy. Sorry, player two. We've got the Final Jeopardy round here for you, and today it features this category: World Authors. Please enter your wager. Let's see what it is. Here's the clue. In 1898, he wrote, "As for the persons I have accused, they are embodiments of social malfeasance." What did you say?
Leo Tolstoy?
And that will lose you. Let's see your response. And that correct response will add...
I got $50,000. I'll see you all for another game.
Congratulations, player one. You are our new champion. Thanks for playing. We'll see you next time.